Corey, this record we talked about, the Canadian
Corey Bellemore, yep.
track and field beer mile world record.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Corey. It's Mike Richards calling from rawmikerichards.com.
Yeah, this is Corey. How's it going?
Corey, your record, by the way, thanks for joining us. We're also live on camera right now, so if you're going to drop bombs, but I think maybe a guy who can run a mile and chug beer doesn't care. Because I got to tell you, Corey, I've run a lot of track. My dad's track coach, but never did I think a guy. Now, what is it? Now, first of all, is it a mile or is it the 1,500?
It is a mile, so it's 1,609 meters.
So, and you probably have it down to the meter because, quite honestly, you have to have two skills. Now, some of my friends might have the chugging down, but how fast do you got to drop that pint, that beer down, and like how much time does that take off? Like, are you still running, or do you stop and chug? How does that work?
So you start with a 10-meter chug zone. So you start 10 meters back from the start line, and then you run. It's 390 meters, and then you have that 10-meter zone just to walk in and stand until you finish your alcohol. So you're trying to get those beers down in around 6 to 7 seconds, and then just trying to keep the laps fast in between.
Unreal, Corey. We're on the line with Corey Bellemore, by the way. He's a U of Windsor alumni, Canadian track and field guy. The number's amazing, and maybe if you could take us through. You set the record in the UK, I guess, 2 years ago, and then you beat it in San Francisco. Can you tell us about the event itself and what kind of people actually come out and watch this? Because you see some of the pictures and some of the destinations that you've gone to run this. This is pretty competitive, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely taken a whirlwind of attention lately, and even the competitions they're hosting now, it's been insane. Like, going to England, it was honestly the most spontaneous trip of my life. Like, did the beer mile the night before, posted a video, and then they flew me out the next day. So that was a spontaneous trip. And the people that come to watch these events are honestly just people that just like sports in general, like watching a competitive atmosphere in a race, and just like to have a good time too.
Well, you'd have to think that you've got to be at least close to a national caliber guy in that event. I spent some time in Eugene, Oregon, which of course is very track centric, and where you'd have Pac-12 championships, and you watch these guys literally, just their quarter times are unbelievable. So collegiately when you were running with Windsor, what was your time in the 1,500?
My time in 1,500 is 3:42. So
3:42.
Yeah, not quite elite yet, but it's definitely getting there.
Well, it's certainly. Now, are you still? You're not still in school?
No, just graduated in June, so done school, but still training with the team and under the same coach as Melissa Bishop.
So what? We're talking national caliber to make the team. What do you have to run in the 1,500 to make the national team these days?
I've made like a few national teams, but I haven't made anything. Like, I haven't made world championships or Olympics yet. So Olympic time would be 3:36.
3:36.
So a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
like that. When you 3:36 is just unbelievably fast. But can they chug a beer and then do it? I say no. I mean, is there a country, Corey, that's better at it? I mean, you'd think a place like Ireland. I mean, Ireland should be in this. I met some pretty tough Russian guys. Who are the best ones to go against? And again, are they national caliber guys that you're running against?
Surprisingly, it's the Canadians that are actually like the dominating the event, I guess. Everyone keeps asking, like, why are Canadians so good? And I just think, it's an event we like to have fun. Like, we're competitive people, and we don't take ourselves too seriously. So this event sort of, I guess, suits us in that sense.
We're on the line with Corey Bellemore. He's the world record holder in the beer mile. Corey, as a guy, and I've casually ran throughout my life, just not only for getting ready for other sports, but just keeping up physically and so forth. I was reading some of the rules, and it says must avoid vomiting. And hey, I agree. You definitely have to. But when you're running and you've just chugged a beer, and the reason I get into this is you run for a while, you want a little taste of water, and water sometimes sits funny in you depending on how much you've had or if you have it the wrong way. But to down an entire beer, what's going through your stomach while you've downed, let's just say that third beer after the third lap and you're going on that fourth lap, does it feel differently? It's got to feel kind of strange, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're running with a lot of fluid in your stomach to begin with. So that third beer, you're just sort of tingly. It's just uncomfortable, and the last thing you want to do is hold your breath and try and like chug a beer with all that carbonation. So it's a lot of different feelings at once.
Are you belching when you're running? Like, what's happening with you? What do you belch when you run? I would think the gas got to go somewhere.
You're just trying to burp it out, to be honest. So like that first 100 meters each lap, you're just trying to really get the burps out, but sometimes you have to be careful when you're burping because it makes you want to puke almost.
Bingo. Exactly. Well, that's it.
It's almost controlling those burps.
Now, do you have family in the crowd? Do you have parents going, Corey, this is not what we really planned, and we paid all this money for you to go to school. This is not what we want to see. What happens?
That's what I was worried about at first, but everyone's been pretty good about it. They think it's a fun event, and they know at the end of the day I'm still like a serious track athlete, so this is more of my fun side little gig, I guess.
No, it's pretty awesome, Corey, and congratulations. What type of beer is your favorite, not only for chugging, but maybe casually?
Yeah, does everyone have to have the same beer?
It has to be 5% and 355 milliliters, so as long as it fits in that, you can drink whatever you want.
And what is your choice?
Yeah.
So my beer choice is Flying Monkeys beer out of Barrie, Ontario.
Very nice. Flying Monkey. Nice shout out for them. I'm going to put this out today and put their name on me. Do they sponsor you or anything?
They do, yes.
Nice.
I'm actually sponsored by them.
Beautiful.
After the last year.
Well done.
Well, it's just it's a great story. I said we're going to have to talk to Carolyn Pierce, who was the heptathlete out of England, and it's Jessica Zelenka. We'll talk to her because if we could get those girls drinking and running.
Oh.
Yeah, Corey.
It might change the game in the girls' event.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Corey, great story. Now, where's your next event? When's the next event coming up?
The next event is the Beer Mob World Classic in August next year. So,
okay.
Still time's away.
And where is that located?
That one is in Burnaby, BC.
Burnaby,
BC.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, hey, you're on home turf. You got to bring it home again, right?
Pressure, absolutely. Hey, Corey, best of luck. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you before, maybe after or whatever. We'll get your take on how you feel, and let us know what you're doing with the track career too, because we love to keep abreast of what our guys are doing. So thanks so much for joining us this morning. It's been a real pleasure.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me.
That is Corey Bellemore once again out of Windsor, and a national caliber athlete who's doing this kind of for fun.
4 minutes, 33.6 seconds.
And by the way, I know a lot of guys are going, I could do that. No, you can't.
No, you couldn't.
No, you can't.
What? We just become best friends? Yep.